Hi, I'm Scott Olson with Founder Buzz, and I'm here today with Abhi Lokesh and Alex Theodore, co-founders of Fracture. Thanks for being with us today.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Well, would love to have you guys introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Sure. So I'll go first. My name's Abhi Lokesh, like you just mentioned. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO of Fracture. I mostly handle the business elements, the networking, the team recruiting, as well as the financial operations elements of Fracture. And I'll let Alex introduce himself.
I'm Alex. I pretty much handle everything that's technology and product oriented. So everything from the R&D that we started with to developing the product and the process, as well as the website and everything that deals with the product of the customer on the website.
Yeah, and I've had the opportunity to check out your site, and putting it in layman's term is putting really cool, high-quality pictures on glass for putting up and framing on your wall and things along those lines. And from what I've seen, it's awesome. But what I'd like to do is just kind of hear a little bit more about how you got started, what your technology is all about, and how you're taking your business forward.
Sure. So Alex and I actually met as undergraduates at the University of Florida around 2006, 2007. And we partnered together on a nonprofit. And a part of that nonprofit was figuring out how to generate revenue for that nonprofit. We both really enjoyed art and enjoyed digital imagery. And we thought to ourselves, if we could essentially collect socially conscious art, is what we call it, from all around the world, and sell it, we could create this sustainable revenue stream where we could funnel money to the nonprofit from our, kind of our art gallery. And we did that for about 2.5, 3 years. We put the art gallery online, and it was just an incredible learning experience. It was our first go at any sort of e-commerce website, and that organic learning experience was invaluable. We just learned a ton about what people want in the digital imagery market, what the photo product sector was missing, and where we could really play a role in advancing that the photo product sector as a whole. And we were fortunate enough to go to Africa on behalf of the nonprofit, and that gave in the summer of 2008, and that kind of gave us a chance to sit back and reevaluate what we had done with the art gallery, and what our vision had kind of evolved into, and where we wanted it to go in the future. And one resounding sentiment that was common to both of us was, if we found an opportunity that was worthwhile, we wanted to make it our full-time passion. We were both on different kind of educational career tracks, but we realized that there could be something here worth going after. And after a lot of further talking and evolution, we kind of stumbled upon the concept of, well, what if we try to recreate what a photo product is? So instead of it being a long, tedious task of finding a frame, finding a picture, putting it together, and hoping and praying it looks good on your wall and busting up the wall with a lot of holes, what if you could create a really simple, streamlined photo product that was also high quality? And that's what the basis of Fracture started from. Since then, we've just taken the steps to be a unique manufacturing e-commerce hybrid that Alex has really worked with the technology to make it scalable and kind of integrable into an e-commerce experience.
And is this similar to some of the stuff you were doing with the nonprofits, or were you playing around with this process ahead of the Fracture company, or is this something that basically came out of the genesis of working with art, working with things in the image industry, and then you had the idea, look, this is really missing?
The history behind printing on glass is not really connected at all. It's more of just a something that I had in the back of my mind that evolved, and when we said we want to make something new and different that really solves a lot of problems. Printing on glass was new, and it was different, and actually we figured out a way to make it cost-effective and easy to use because it simply minimized your amount of parts. We print directly onto the glass, and that's all you need. And that's our way of combining everything into one. It's not a clean evolution. We didn't know exactly what we were doing from the very beginning, and then it all came together perfectly like we planned. It was a lot of iterative problem solving and rethinking, and how can we use this, or how can we do this better, and what exactly are we trying to do? And that's been a continuous process for the past 3 years after the onset of Fracture.
Right. And for the launch of your business, have you found that you're getting more business from individuals or businesses, or what is it? Kind of a nice mix of both?
It's actually a really nice mix of both. Our vision was always to be more consumer-oriented, but we realized that organically we were also gaining a bit of traction in the B2B business sectors as well. And naturally, we started to, I think, we started to understand how to cater to them more and more appropriately, just as much as catering to consumers.
At the end of the day, we still sell to common people, though. Most of our B2B contracts are simply just venues for common consumers.
Right.
So it's more of just, you're buying into a group of consumers as opposed to selling directly to, some sort of industrial use. And that's not the case. We're definitely selling still at the end user level to consumers.
And just kind of walk me through how it works. So I'm somebody that's interested. I've got a photo that I took that I love. It's either of a place I've been or my family. I want to get it printed on glass because I just think it's a really cool concept. Would look great in my house. So what do I do?
Sure. So you would take that digital photo. First, you'd get it onto your desktop, onto your computer, and then upload it to our site via our online photo editor at www.fractionme.com. And there you're introduced to our first kind of photo editing interface. You can crop it, you can resize it, you can add some digital borders if you want, or you could keep it borderless, which a majority of our consumers enjoy, just a clean, contemporary, borderless look. And you can also have the options to make it a wall mount or a desk stand option, and simply go through the ordering process as you would in any other e-commerce process. We then, print, produce, and fulfill that order, and package it in our custom, engineered, thanks to Alex, proprietary packaging that's specifically meant for being durable and kind of delivery man resistant. And once that's done, you guys basically get the product. It comes with all the mounting hardware included because we wanted it to be an end-to-end experience. Yeah. So once you use Fracture, you don't need anything else. You don't need to go to the hardware store to get any other moving parts. And basically pop it out of the box and stick it on your wall.
I love it. So how long have you guys been around?
We started in June of 2009 was when I graduated, Alex graduated for a little while, and we kind of went full-time at this.
Okay, so just almost 3 years now.
Just right.
Yeah, and everything going well?
Things are going very well. It's been a great learning experience. Even though we started in 2009, we kept things under wraps for probably about a year and a half just to understand and iterate and get the feel of how to work in an e-commerce manufacturing hybrid, just because there's so many moving parts like inventory and shipping and things like that. So we actually opened doors in December of 2009, and our real organic growth and momentum as far as sales started in October 2010 when we were featured on TechCrunch. And from then it just started snowballing. Yeah. So things are going great. We're finding out new things that customers want every day, and it's the biggest lesson is learning how to focus and keep going after a particular vision.
Well, it sounds great, and I certainly appreciate you taking the time, but I can't leave without hearing the story behind your robot buddy behind you.
Yeah,
that's
it's Rosie. We go through a couple of pretty intense all-day and all-night shifts here at Fracture, and Rosie is the product of our production team's creativity when they get delirious at like 2 a.m. So just need to have a little fun and keep it lively and animate some inanimate objects. So that's Rosie for you.
Well, that's great. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, and I wish you certainly the best of luck in the future. And I think I'm going to have to go order myself a picture.
Thanks,
Great.
Scott.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks.